Hi guys, so we've looked previously at solving quadratic equations where the coefficient of x squared, the a value usually, was not equal to 1, but there are some times when you might want to use the formula to do that as well. So let's look at the format again of a quadratic. It is ax squared plus bx plus c, and we can solve this and find values for this find x values that satisfy this by the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. Okay, so let's look at an example. When we get this, by the way, that'll be x values. We're not looking for x values. When we have our x values, we'll get something like x equals something and x equals something else, and we basically want those to be equal to 0. So we put them equal to 0, and that will give us the numbers we're after, because we're looking to factorize it. But we'll come back to that in a second when we get to it. So let's look at the expression 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. Okay, so we want to factorize this. How do we factorize it? We look at the values a, b, and c. Okay, so a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 3. And then we're going to put them into this formula. So x is equal to minus b, which is minus 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 5 squared, minus 4, times a, which is 2, times c, which is 3, all divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times 2. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight these numbers, guys. So there's 2, there's a is equal to 2, there's formula a, there's a there, and that's a there. B is this number here, so there's 5 is b equals 5. This is going to be b, this is going to be b, this is b squared. Okay, and we'll look at the last one then. This number here, c, is equal to 3, and we can say that that's c there and that's c there. Okay, so that's where all the numbers come from. So as long as you can find a, b, and c, it's just a matter of putting them into the formula. Okay, so we continue on. X is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared is 25, minus 4 times 2 is 8, by 3 is 24, so 25 minus 24 all over 4, which is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 1 all over 4. So x is now equal to minus 5 plus the square root of 1 is 1 over 4, and x is equal to minus 5 minus the square root of 1, which is 1 over 4. So this here has given us this. Because of this plus and minus, we have two answers. Okay, we have plus and minus, so we have plus here and we have minus here. Okay, so we're going to look at both cases. We need to consider both answers. So minus 5 plus 1 is going to be minus 4. So minus 4 over 4 is minus 1. And over here we have minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6. So it's minus 6 over 4. Okay, so remember what we said is we want to have these equal to 0. So that would mean that if x is equal to minus 1, bring the minus 1 to the left, x plus 1 is equal to 0. If x is equal to minus 6 over 4, bring the minus 6 over 4 to the left, x plus 6 over 4 equals 0. So we're going to take x plus 1 and x plus 6 over 4 as our answer. Or we could write that as x plus 3 over 2. So we might take this as our answer. It's just a simpler form. Okay, so this was our question. We found a, b, and c, and then we did all of this stuff here until we got down to these two answers at the end, x plus 1 and x plus 3 over 2. So x plus 1 is one factor, and x plus 3 over 2 is another factor. Now we might like to just change this one here. So we have x plus 1, and then what we can do is, just to get rid of that 2 there, we can say that that's multiply everything here by 2, 2x plus 3. But it makes no difference at all. These are the exact same, guys. It doesn't make any difference. That's it. That's factorizing a quadratic expression using the minus b formula. As you can see, if you compare this to another video we did of not using the formula, I think we used the same expression, but this expression here, this quadratic equation, we got the same answer, we just used a different method to do it. So obviously different methods should give you the same answer if it's done correctly.